Vine was walking along, her eyes wandering from not accepting how they got engaged with someone else. Despite giving importance to his words, she was leaving. A car stopped near her. She didn't look at the car, but she was wondered what if it was dead. Seriously, she still foolishly thought that something which was never gonna happen. She was looked at the car. She saw her father getting out of it making his ways toward her. She felt hurt that she had ignored looking at her father, but he had already sensed what she might have faced when she went to propose today. I told you why, but you didn't listen to me. You didn't believe in me, but you believed in your love. And now you are on the road. She didn't say anything, but the way her eyes sparkled with tears clenched his heart. Please, Juan, move on. He isn't yours now. He is with someone else. She burst into tears, covering her face with her palms. Please, Father, say he is mine. I can't move on from him. He is my everything. Why is this happening to me, Father? He hugged her, caressing her hair, as tears welled up in his own eyes, seeing his daughter's situation. But he knew he couldn't do anything to help her. Why doesn't anyone understand that I got punished for what I did? I stayed away from you, even though you used to come to jail to meet me. I didn't meet you because I punished myself more, just like they stayed away from his family. Vine, please forget everything. Don't dwell on it now. She broke the hug, looking at him with teary eyes. If he were in my place, his sister told him she was raped, but didn't get justice. He would have killed the rapist. Yara is my own sister, Father. How can I not believe in her and suspect her cries? Can anyone dream that one of our family members' girls would play drama to disturb another person's life just because he refused her? Vine, please calm down. Let's go home. He again hugged her, doing his best to calm her, stopping her from crying. It's been so many days since Vine got released, but she is not coming out of her room, keeping herself under house arrest, crying alone, making no difference between her life in jail and her present life. Vine's father entered the room and turned on the lights. He saw Vine sitting on the bed. If someone had seen her suddenly, they would have been scared, wondering why she was sitting in darkness like that. However, her father wasn't surprised because she had been sitting in darkness since she came back. He stood in front of her, crossing his arms over his chest, sighed, and called her. Enough, Vine. You are ruining your life on your own. I can't wait to see you like this. What do you expect me to do now? I'm nothing without him. Then go to him, grab his legs. Don't leave him until he accepts you, he said, annoyed and angry. But she raised her head and spoke, which made him feel sad listening to her. I would have done this already, but I couldn't because he got engaged with someone else, which means that girl's life would also be ruined if I separated him from his fiancée. He wondered how even in this worst situation, his daughter showed concern for another girl too. I can't face there and ask forgiveness as if it was nothing. It was a big matter, and I can feel that he can never forgive me. You are talking about both sides, so why can't you talk from my side too? My elder daughter is a cheater. Because of her, I still have a lost reputation around relatives, and my younger daughter is regretting and crying in her room alone. Can you imagine how much this father is crying? He was just saying this, but burst into tears. She couldn't see her father crying for her, so she got up and hugged him. Father, I also don't understand why I'm living, and how can I think from your side too? I was messed up with my life. Please, Don't let your tears come just because of this singing. His eyes furrowing, he wiped his tears and looked at her. You aren't a sinner. Don't consider yourself as a sinner anymore. In your point of view, you did it for an innocent victim to get justice, not letting the rapist wander without getting punishment. And don't forget the fact he married you forcefully, scared you and hurt you, saying he would ruin you with his actions too. It's enough. You also have suffered enough. And yes, after knowing who it is, you got your punishment for ruining his life. Father, yes, Ryan, you are trying your best until they agree. No, I can't force him. I can't even show my face to him. Will you kill your love too? My love for him is forever. Whether he loves me or not, I will still love him. It will endure until my last heartbeat. Her voice is cracking. Then why your voice cracking? It's not that easy to say. You will stay away from him. Just go and try to talk to him again. She nodded silently. What about your fiancé? I'm clueless, but I can't cheat on her. She believes in my parents. This marriage date is also fixed for next month. Don't you really love wine? He asked, looking at Tay's face with concern. That's not the point here. I can't betray my fiancé, who has stood by me. If I did, what's the difference between me and them? Boss, what? Someone has come and is waiting for you at the waiting area. Who is it? She said her name was Wine. Tay remained silent. Tell her I'm not here. The guard nodded and left. She must be here only to apologize to you, maybe. Tay didn't answer. Thinking from her side too. She made a mistake, but I can't face her, Jimmy. Why? I can't even explain the reason. Please. She is saying she won't leave until Mitsu pass. Tell her he went somewhere. But she said she knows Tay is here. She can feel it. Tay turns back, clutching his fist. Jimmy, please send her back. Jimmy nods and leaves to go to Wine. Months later, whenever Wine wanted to meet Tay, he wouldn't even let her see his face. He was avoiding her a lot. But she wondered how she could meet him. At Tay's office outside, as usual, Wine was standing there, hoping that maybe today she could see Tay. However, Jimin came out with a tight face. Why do you keep coming to the office every day? I'm telling you right. He won't even look at your face. Just don't waste your time, Wine. She didn't say anything, just stood there stubbornly. But what he said next almost shattered her. He got married, is living his life only thinking about himself and nothing else. He cut off when he saw her one tear dropping in disbelief. I don't believe this. You should marry someone else. Please don't ruin your life like this. No, you are lying, just to make me leave from here. She felt dizzy and lost consciousness, almost falling, but Jimmy cut her. Wine, what happened to you? He was shocked. Oh God, why is her body so hot? Does she have a fever or something? He picked her up, carried her inside of the office, looking worried. Jimmy was looking at her seriously, talking in his mind. I don't understand one thing. Since his birth, his parents had known him, but they didn't believe in Tay. However, Tay didn't say anything when his parents came back to him after knowing the truth, so Tay immediately accepted the apology. But here, Wine didn't know Tay yet. She believed him to be a rapist because she knows her sister, whom she has known since birth. So why can't Tay forgive her, especially since she has already been punished? But he was the one who suffered it first, not me. How can I understand why he was behaving like that? Maybe that's why he is acting like this? But why is this girl still waiting for him? As I was talking, I noticed she was waking up. I helped her to sit up. Is it necessary to visit the office even though you have a fever? Doctors say you aren't even having your meals too. He was about to give a tablet, but she refused it. I need to meet there. With a strange expression. You can't. Why? Because he just went home after coming back from your business trip. So he can't come today. Then I'll meet him there. Saying this, she was leaving from there. He was about to stop her, but she was already gone. Hey, don't go. You even have a fever. Damn it. He also started running from there to stop her. I need to see him. I don't care if he kills me for coming. But I won't stay one more minute. I will die. I hate myself. This is what I deserve for everything I did. As I was crying in a high and crossing it, I heard a truck honking at me. When I turned my head, I saw a truck coming. At that moment, my mind told me not to move, as I was hating my life. The truck was approaching rapidly, but someone grabbed my hand and pulled me to safety, just inches away from the approaching truck. She was shocked to see Tay there, holding her hand still. He slapped her hard with anger. Have you gone mad? Do you want to die or what? He asked her angrily, running his hand through his messy hair as his eyes turning red and wet. Cross me again. I'll make sure every breath you take is a struggle, without a second thought. But upon seeing her tears, when she said something else, he was left speechless. I can't bear this anymore, Tay. It was hell being as a cheater, as a criminal in your eyes. I was hoping forgiveness. I thought one day you would understand me too. But when I found out from Jimin that you recently got married, at that moment I felt dead inside. I understood at this second. I wouldn't be loved by you anymore. At least accept my apologies too. I'm already hating myself. I can't bear it anymore. I will die. She was about to go to the crossing way of the road to die, but he pulled her by her hand, raising his other hand to slap, while still holding her hand with his other hand. However, what he did shocked not only her but also Jimmy, who was already watching them from a distance. He smashed his lips against her, kissing her lips aggressively to show how much he was feeling. She wasn't able to process what she was doing, so of course she couldn't kiss him back and was speechless. After 2 minutes, he broke the kiss and looked at her with his red eyes, which were sparkling with tears as well. You are also innocent one, just like me. You believed in your sister. How can you doubt me instead of believing in your sister? Especially when my own parents didn't believe in my innocence, but treated me as if I were really a rapist, even though they know me since I born. Maybe if I were in your place, I would have done something like this just for justice, not thinking about the opposite person. And I didn't get married to her 2 days before the wedding. She told me she was pregnant by her ex-boyfriend. She said she couldn't hide this, couldn't marry me, so she left. But I didn't feel sad. Instead, I felt relieved. This is because I was forcefully engaged to her by my parents. They ordered me to marry her, even though I don't like her. Why didn't you like her? Because I still love you, you idiot. Even after many years, you came back for me, the way you come daily and wait for my forgiveness. Even though I haven't seen your face when you left my home after I said if you really love me, then leave me. Isn't it all of this enough to keep my love for you alive? You are watering my love plant with your hard efforts. Wang closed her mouth, trying to control her crying in disbelief. Jimin's eyes welled up with tears as he listened to Tay's words. He ran to them happily. Tay took deep breaths, holding back his tears, and saw Jimin beside them. Idiot. If you still loved her, then why did you avoid her, even though she came for you every day? I wanted to see how much patience she could bear. if she would still stand for my love back to her. Also, my parents told me not to meet her by any chance. But I think my parents are also not good. They didn't believe in me at first, and they forced me to marry a girl. By the way, I was wondering how Brian could believe in me as I was innocent at the time when my parents didn't believe in me and left me. Smiling at Day, then looking at Brian. Brian, I'm sorry for lying. I couldn't see you struggle for Day, so I wanted to say that only to help you move on. It's okay, Jimin. She looked at Day with concern. Day, I promise you, I will never hurt you. I'm truly sorry for what I did. I'll give my whole life if you need it. Trust me. I love you more than anyone can love in this world. Please accept my love. She asked him, holding his hands, and he slowly intertwined his fingers with hers after she confessed. You don't need to promise me. I can see your sincerity in your eyes. She smiled slightly. There was a hint of pain in her expression, and he could sense it. He wrapped his arms on her, closing their eyes. They comforted each other in a way that words couldn't express.